Now I don't know about you, but I have certainly been seeing the viral feta pasta all over my Instagram, on TikTok. It's basically taken over the social media world. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's feta pasta recipe that kind of blew up on internet to the point where the supermarkets in Finland actually ran out of feta. So yeah, that's the power of social media, and honestly it does look like a fun recipe. The best part is that this takes less than 30 minutes to put together, and you don't need too many ingredients at hand except for a few specific ones obviously, which I will talk you through. So it's around 9 p.m. right now, and I was putting together my dinner and I thought why not film it for you guys, and let's see if this is actually worth the hype. So yeah, if you are new to my channel, I'm Kavya and I put up weekly videos right here. If you enjoy this video, then do subscribe to the channel and give this video a big fat thumbs up. So without wasting any further time, let's get started because I honestly can't wait to get to it. So the classic viral feta pasta basically included cherry tomatoes, which I have with me, and a block of feta, and then of course pasta. So that's your classic feta pasta. All you need is these three ingredients to put this together, and it looks really nice. But since I had some vegetables at hand and I do like my share of veggies in my pasta, I'm going to be throwing in some broccoli and mushroom, but this is totally optional. And of course garlic, which honestly you can add in the classic recipe because it does add some flavor. And then you will need some olive oil and seasonings, so not too much. And yeah, so this is almost like a one-pot meal. You're going to need one baking dish that you can put in your oven or microwave, and basically everything goes in this dish in which we are going to be making our feta sauce. Okay, first things first, we're going to be adding our cherry tomatoes in there. I am not really a tomato person, but I'm hoping that the whole feta adds flavor to this. Also a little trick, the smaller your tomatoes, the more sweeter and juicier they'll be, so try to get your hands on like the freshest batch that you can. Next up, I'm going to be adding in my block of feta cheese. Okay, I'm going to be throwing in our garlic. I've obviously added a lot of garlic because I personally love garlic, but you can alter that as per your taste buds. Next up, broccoli. You can skip this step like I told you. It's totally cool to just go ahead with your tomato and your feta, and you should be good to go as per the classic recipe. But yeah, I'm going to be adding in some broccoli, and finally we're going to be adding some mushroom. To all of this, you want to add a good amount of like olive oil, virgin olive oil. So add a good amount of that in there. Once you're done with that, some Italian seasoning, whatever seasoning you have at hand. I have some mixed herbs, so I'm just going to go ahead and add that. I'm just mixing it all a little so that it's nicely coated. I'm not adding salt because this particular brand of feta cheese that I have is already really salty, so I am not adding in any extra salt, but feel free to add that if your feta is not on the saltier side maybe. Okay, I think we are good to go. I have already preheated my oven at 180 degree for 10 minutes. So you want to go ahead and make sure you set your oven to whatever adjustments work the best for it. I'm going to be putting this in for around 20 minutes. A lot of recipes said 30 minutes, but I think my oven 20 minutes is good. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this in the oven. Really excited to see as to how this comes together. Meanwhile, my pasta is also boiling. I think both these things will happen simultaneously, which means that you really can put together this meal under 30 minutes. But let's see how that turns out. delicious to say the least. It smells so nice. The garlic, the broccoli, everything smells amazing. So the step now is to just go ahead and create a nice saucy texture with everything that we threw in. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and begin by crumbling my feta. Oh my god, it looks so nice. And then you want to go ahead and smash in all your cherry tomatoes. So a couple of minutes and I managed to crumble it all together. It was super easy. One trick is to save a little bit of the pasta water, the one that you boil your pasta and just save a little amount of it. You want to add it in right here because that will give it that extra taste, and yeah, it will just give it a really good consistency when you put in your penne pasta later. So yeah, so adding in that little bit of water gave it such a good consistency now. Just gonna be adding in our penne pasta. Time to give it a good mix. My viral feta pasta right here in front of me. Okay, so it's the moment of truth. I can't wait to see what the fuss is all about. So I'm just gonna dig right in and get a good mix of everything that we threw in there. I'm not gonna lie, it actually tastes really nice. It's super creamy. The flavors are on point. I think the fact that we put it in for like a good 30 minutes, it's so nice and aromatic. It does have a tomato taste for obvious reasons, which I am personally not fond of, but I don't mind eating it like this because the whole combination just comes together so well. Also, I think, again, a personal preference, but adding broccoli and mushroom was a smart idea because I'm not sure if I'd love it if it was just feta and tomato. But if you like a tomato based pasta, I usually don't even make that. I usually make pesto or alfredo. I think you're gonna love it. Okay, so let's go over the pros and cons. Pros, definitely super quick, super easy, very beginner friendly, and you don't need too many ingredients. Whatever you have, you throw in. So that is another pro. Next pro obviously is that you don't have to do too many dishes. Literally this and the pasta that you boil in, that's it. Okay, there's no like multiple dishes. Again, a win. And I think you can play around so much with this base. The cons for me would be that cherry tomatoes are not as easily accessible as the normal tomatoes, but this is what gives it that really nice, juicy and sweet kind of a taste. Secondly, I don't know how many of you love feta. Like, I personally love feta. I usually make like a watermelon feta salad, or I add it to a lot of my salads even otherwise. But if you are not big on feta, so basically it's like feta and tomato that forms like the whole crux and the base of this dish. So yeah, otherwise I can't think of any con per se. It's tasty. But for now, this gets a thumbs up for me. Is this the best pasta that I've ever eaten? Maybe not. But is this tasty as is? Totally. Fuss free and so beginner friendly. Like, literally anybody can do this. So yeah, thumbs thumbs up. So yeah, I think that's a wrap on this video. I'm gonna go ahead, serve myself a good portion of this and call it a day. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. It was really impromptu. Do let me know in the comments below what you thought of it, and if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, it would really mean a lot to me if you could hit the subscribe button, and do give this video a thumbs up if you want me to come here more often and just share recipes on the go like this. I'd love to do that for you. Do let me know what you think of that. So until the next video in a couple of days, see you, take care, bye.